Welcome back to the Big Bass Pod. It's episode 9. Episode 8 was great, but as you can see, we have completely changed our setup. Everything has changed. We've gone more gentleman, more professional. Harrison, what's your thoughts on the setup?
I think you've done a marvellous job. It's very good. You got your boxing gloves up there. Might be topical, might not be. You'll have to wait and see. Yeah, I like your little whiskey vibe going on. That's very cool.
But yeah, I think you should let us know in the comments what you think is a good option. So we're thinking about sort of a old-timey pub sort of theme of what we're going for, maybe a Jack Daniel's clock or vintage things on there. But I'll tell you one thing that I do think that was a cool idea. Obviously, you know, on COD Zombies, you got the chalk outline gun that you can press. If we got like a chalk outline gun there.
What gun would you go for there?
I think it has to be like the fucking...
It's got to be the ray gun.
No.
For like an old school M1 Garand.
That's what I'm thinking.
The longest gun you can get.
Yeah, the long... Yeah, let's just have it fucking...
Just get some Barrett 50 cal in it.
But this is the day after the Eddie Hall versus Tommy Fury fight. Now, what did you think about the... Who wants to kick things off? What did you think?
Well, I have to admit I didn't watch it, but I was following the live feed on TalkSport because I was with family. But from what I could tell, Eddie's approach was, as he said, he was like, first 3 rounds, I've just got to fucking throw some hands and try and clock him, because if he clocks someone, that person...
Well, on that point, I saw a lot of comments about like the post-fight interviews and stuff where they were saying it's refreshing to have a fighter. I know he's not a proper boxer, but a fighter that's quite honest, because he said anyone with eyes and ears knows that I'm not as much of a boxer as Tommy Fury. If I can't knock him out, I'm not going to win.
No, he was going to lose on boxing IQ alone. But he was, they're obviously mates, and they've done videos in the past. So it's quite interesting. They obviously did it for...
They went in the changing room after, and they're all like hugging and like,
I mean, they did, they've done a YouTube, I watched a YouTube video on Eddie Hall's channel with Tommy in it. But yeah, I mean, it's an easy money. And I saw a thing, and obviously it's rumoured. I'm sure that you could find the truth somewhere, but Eddie was going to be from like 2 mil to 3.5 mil. Tommy Fury is going to be from 2.5 to 4 mil. Like what they get from it. So it's a money grab and a half. You would, wouldn't you?
People watch it. They moan about the standard of boxing, which is poor. You know, I think there was like big stacks versus something. It's just like appalling to watch.
That was shocking.
But people watch it though. We all watched it.
Yeah.
And it was like we all at least tuned into some sort of like media that was showing it. And you think, well, they know exactly what it like. KSI sort of started the whole thing, didn't he? He was like, he knew exactly what he was doing. It was so clever.
The undercards on that fight were fucking awful. They were absolute morons. I mean, I don't know what was going on there, but no, I'm not saying I can box, but I could be completely wrong here. But I feel like I would look like less of a mong.
They just looked like they gapped out. They couldn't even raise their hands high enough to punch people's heads.
That big stacked one, the one, it looked like they weren't able, or they decided not to punch each other in the head. So they were just going for body shots. So all he was doing was hugging himself. And you're like, well, how can you actually do anything?
But apparently they were, there wasn't agreement. They just weren't punching each other in the head. But my thing is, instantly I didn't like that fight purely because if you're proclaimed the hardest geezer in the UK. Somewhat. You're instantly a prat. I mean, he's not much being shrunk. I mean, you can't self-confess the hardest geezer in the UK.
I respect the graft from Tommy, though, in doing that. And he's got quite a niche, because everybody he's fought now is like, what, KSI, Jake Paul, Eddie Hall. None of them are professional boxers. And he's got quite a niche market that he's appealing to.
I think you can see why he does it, though, because his older brother is like, obviously one of the champions, proper pedigree boxer. So
he's found
another way.
And he's leaning heavily into it. And if it's making him money and he's providing for his family, because he's got, I think, two kids now, another one on the way. Fair play.
The other thing is as well is that he's now undefeated, right, against these boxers or these, like KSI and these non-boxers. But that means he knows that someone else is going to challenge him at some point, and it'll be another Misfits. He'll get another 3-4 mil out of it. So he knows, because he's undefeated, that keeps him at the top.
Yeah.
But it's so clever.
But it's him in his role. I mean, you've got in the family, obviously, you've got Tyson Fury. He's the professional boxer, and you get Tommy, who is a professional boxer. But if you're him, it's an easy money grab to continue to do these type of fights. But he said in the afterwards, he said he wants to move on to the biggest and best names in boxing, not in.
Oh, so he does want to go back to professional.
But he has like that injury, didn't he? Where he had like a fucking bicep injury or something.
What Eddie Hall you talking about?
No,
Eddie Hall had a detached
Yes,
bicep.
he did for the other fight.
Wait,
but-
in our head.
Yeah, just
Oh.
detached. And it's like he was told that he was only ever going to have like 70% power in that arm now. Yeah.
Which is also more than everyone of the That's just giving us a chance.
70% of Eddie Hall is still probably more than all
the
of
thing
us
is-
combined. Yeah.
But you say that definitely taking a punch from Eddie Hall was incredible. And you look at him and you think, how am I going to do this? But until you actually are a boxer, you realise it's quite easy as a professional boxer to outrun him, to gas him out because he can't catch you.
Yeah.
But one thing I would say is he did a video on his channel where you're boxing. I know it's a bit different, but those machines where it gives you a
he knocked the fucking machine over, didn't he? He was,
he did, but he didn't get the highest score because the people that get the highest score apparently are like the 6'3" sort of lean because they get more speed.
yeah.
So-
So the technique's got to be massive. innit?
So I mean, taking a hit from Eddie Hall is going to fucking hurt, but I mean, taking a hit from Tommy Fury, I don't think it's too dissimilar because he's got more speed. That's the difference. But you look at it and you think it's David versus Goliath, but really, Tommy's actually not a small geezer either, is it?
No, I was looking at him fighting.
He's a
thinking,
big bloke.
actually, he's big in himself, and but the weight difference is massive. I don't know how old the video was, maybe about a year, but Eddie was saying that he's like 160 kg or something, and then Tommy was weighing in about mid-90s. So he's like a full fucking person heavier than Tommy.
Almost double his weight.
At his prime, he was 196 kilos.
My God.
So that's like, what
Well,
do
he
you
was,
weigh,
he
John?
was world's strongest man, wasn't he?
Yeah.
So it's like adding another, half of...
I said
another
another
three
half.
quarters of you.
Well,
That's
when he
mad.
was at that weight, I love watching Eddie Hall shit. He said that he was fearing for his life every single day. He'd wake up and
His heart's a gone.
oh my God, my heart.
Yeah. You're just too big.
But he was eating
Your
like two
heart's not built
cheesecakes,
for
like
that.
full cheesecakes. I mean, I love the videos he did about like his diet, 15,000 calories, like come and eat with me and train with me and stuff. And it was like he'd have a fry up, 2 fry ups worth of fry up, and then he'd have like a cheesecake afterwards. And like, make have 5,000 calories for
I
breakfast.
have never seen someone with like a 50-year-old massive dad body who's let himself go, yet on top of the belly there's abs. I've never seen that. It's such a weird thing to see.
I think he is literally unique for that. But he's done videos and like his genetics being completely like, I think he calls them the what they called
He's just
Hercules
freak,
genes or something like that.
Yeah.
And he's like just a freak.
Is it like the ability
Have
to
you seen
grow
his son?
muscle is ridiculous?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, his son. His son is heavier than us.
He's a bit.
He's massive,
enormous.
and he's like what?
13. He's 13, and he's bigger than me.
But he's deadlifting like 120, 130.
Yeah,
Like,
fine.
and it's like, mate, I
So-
mean, you could question the form a little bit, but he is 13, and you know, in my experience,
Well,
like,
he'll be
they're
the,
not great.
he'll be the
before.
world's strongest man, surely.
Yeah,
and
I
yeah.
think
with
that's
genetics
the
like
idea, isn't it?
that. But yeah, well, that moves us on from the boxing. But one, I did have something. So this episode, I hadn't prepared any sort of games, or we've got rough games, but it's not really as formatted as the last couple ones. But I do have something here that me and Harrison are talking about. So obviously, in this uncertain time with celebrities and all of this shit, where there's Epstein's fucking island and Epstein's list and all this shit, should we try and think of celebs that are definitely safe?
No.
Oh,
yeah.
Ones that you
He's
go
gone the other way, so we're not
yeah.
Let's
Can't
keep
be
it,
like
just keep it safe.
defamation suit go up his way.
So I'm going to kick things off. Now, who knows? Because you hear things, but David Attenborough. He's got to be
yeah,
safe.
yeah, he's got to be.
So you don't get to that age and are so loved by everyone.
That'd be the worst thing in the world though, if it
Yeah.
come out.
Maybe
into
I'll
the
kill
world.
3
That'd
kids
be
when-
fucking
I don't really want to live in this world if he'll find out that David
No,
Attenborough.
No.
that means no one's safe.
He's in the
Absolute fault.
A 5-year-old ship comes up, he touched me. And
I reckon someone like Andy Murray. Andy Murray, he's just like so straight playing. Like he's never going to come out and be like, yeah, he's done this, he's done that.
I've seen him on golf videos. You know the Four Brothers?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does golf video then, but he's just like a normal bloke.
Yeah, he's such a
He's
chill
normal,
guy.
yeah.
Like I think a lot of people didn't like him because he was boring, but actually he was quite in the interviews. He was just like, yeah, I don't know what you're asking me, but I'm boring. So
Oh,
It's got
100%. I would bet my life on it. Ricky Gervais.
Yeah,
Same
he's-
does
yeah,
that.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
same,
yeah,
so,
definitely.
I think he's just he is him, isn't he?
He is, and
It's
by
not
extension, Carl Pilkington.
Carl-
There's no fucking way.
I'd say someone like Simon Cowell probably is fairly safe.
Oh, I don't know. It's dodgy.
I think he's too famous that if he had done something, it would have come out by now for sure.
Oh, I don't know.
I think it would have.
He looks odd,
I don't
mate.
know.
Yeah.
I know that doesn't mean he is odd. But he does look strange.
I think if you have certain level of like Botox and your role.
Botox, pedo.
Well, let's man molest children.
Yeah, but if you do see someone with
Just hide my
Botox,
forehead.
but if you see a bloke with Botox, there's something wrong with him. There's something not right.
He's got too much money. That's what it is.
But what the fuck's he done? He looks well. Does he not? He looks really well.
So speaking of this is really interesting. Have you guys seen the Joe Weller fucking Chris? He's got and I've been seeing some comments. He's been coming out with these videos where he's crying at people to follow Jesus. And some of these comments are like, I'm not really feeling very comfortable with this because this usually happens after he's done something horrific. And
has he got form for it, or is it like in general people do that after that?
So I've seen like waffling and things. So basically, he has been he's been unhappy with himself. So this is all from what you see online because it's different in person. But he's been unhappy with like how things are going in his life. He hasn't got his mental state right. So he went to spirituality with his fucking crystals and all that shit. Then he went to going abroad, exploring abroad, and then finally he's found the thing that works for him, which is Jesus. But like Jack's right, it has been, first of all, this is going to fix me, then this is going to fix me, then this is going to fix me. And each one you can see, he stops waffling, he stops doing YouTube videos. So
he seems a bit lost, doesn't he?
He's lost. He's a lost.
I always really liked Joe Weller. Like, I thought he was quite real compared to the others.
I thought so. And, even more than like KSI in the Sidemen.
Yeah.
Because when I initially watched a couple of those videos he did about finding Jesus and stuff, I felt bad for him. So I was like, he's obviously that low that's kind of where he's gone. And also, you can believe in what you want to believe in, but it just seemed to me such a transition from what he was to suddenly he's now just crying about.
Mate, if you're like any sort of famous influencer or anything, you're crying on camera and posting that content. That's like alarm
You've
bells.
got to feel it.
It was a bit odd.
You've got to feel it massively to even consider posting.
I know.
Yeah.
That's like a little bit territory of mental health. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and he has been a sufferer of it. Like, he's admitted that before.
Yeah.
Not that obviously I'm laughing at his downfall, but do you not think it's weird that he's recorded himself crying and then gone, I'm going to upload that to YouTube and everything else?
That's what
what I'm talking about. That's like,
because he's had to sit there, set the camera up, record it, stop, edit it, then upload it.
The worst thing
That's
is
the one.
when you watch it back. Like if I did that on a live stream, it's a bit different. But if I've got to watch it back, I'd be like, I'm not posting this. But everyone's different. But I would. But maybe that could be our next YouTube video: finding Jesus in London.
I think you're going to tell us all to cry.
I think he's
first one to find Jesus wins 10 grand.
I found him.
Just some poor hobo just like
That fucking nutcase again from London preaching.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Leave alone.
No,
Yeah.
God.
Right, so
Interesting one.
I'm going to just say something. I'm going to see where it sparks off. I would rather be naked to pick up spiders than fully clothed.
What?
I don't really know if I have a thought on that. Where does that come from?
I'd rather be naked to pick up spiders.
I'm struggling to see your thought process of.
This is a thumbnail.
Are you worried the spider will get underneath your clothes and then?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm thinking, if you've got a dangerous Australian spider, massive thing, it crawls like a cunt up your arm and it's scary. If I've got to pick that up, I'd rather have no clothes on because where's it going to go? It's on my skin, that's fine, and my hair, that's fine. But if I've got clothes on, and all of a sudden you're panicking, it goes down here, and you're fucking trying to get your shit off.
I'm going to play devil's advocate here because it's no different, is it? Like if you're getting rid of your clothes so it gets on your skin versus keeping your clothes on. Oh crap! Keeping your clothes on and it's on your skin. It's like the same difference.
Well, the difference is one of them you'll get arrested for doing it in public. You've got to consider that you're in a supermarket. Oh shit! Quit.
But you're telling me you're in your own home. You've been tasked to win 10 grand in a YouTube video to get this spider. You got to pick this spider up. And it's a massive Australian thing. Are you keeping your clothes on, taking them off? If no one,
I'm not fucking picking it up.
you have to just pick it up.
No, fuck, I'm out. I'm done. Not picking that thing up.
I don't know. I'm with Harrison on this. I'm not sure I've ever had a thought like I need to be naked to just deal with this situation.
I feel like you might not be safe from the Epstein list after saying that.
It's safe from the Epstein list.
Yeah.
Famous people who are dodgy.
Last one to escape.
He gets naked before he picks up kids.
Right. Fucking hell.
That's a good turn. Good.
It did. Well, that really dropped the level.
That's our next episode.
God.
Wonderful.
That's the
Hide and
title of the
seek on
YouTube
everything's
video.
on.
Oh, hide and seek. The fucking
The views on that.
the views and the stakes are high.
One of us just dressing up as
The
Donald Trump.
stakes are high, like for the kids.
Why are the kids involved? I was just talking about us.
Oh, I thought you were talking about like the kids hide and seek.
Yeah.
Don't think either of these
Bloody
fuckers
hell,
are
yeah,
safe.
right. Shall we just do a podcast on our own? It's really bad.
Could you imagine that? How many views you get, like, hide and seek on Epstein's Island? Because
Yeah,
everyone would love that.
everyone. Yeah, it would be like clickbait wise, would be fucking brilliant.
Is that not going to be like a Mr. Beast episode? Kind of saying.
Yeah.
Oh, bloody hell.
Mate, fucking Mr. Beast is, he reckons, he said, if no one knew who I was, if no one, all my channels were gone, and like, you know, like Spider-Man, No Way Home, everyone was erased from who he is, he reckoned he could get like 10 mil subs within like a couple months or something.
Well, he knows that the industry inside out. Yeah, he's the king of it really at the moment.
It's quite funny because I can walk past him in the street and not know who he is.
Yeah.
Like, I've never watched his videos, but I know who he is because he's probably like KSI in the sense. Oh yeah, you see that KSI has come out and said, "I'm going to beat the Sidemen for viewers, followers, subscribers."
Why is he doing?
I'm going to beat. Like, he literally come out and was like, "I'm going to beat Mr. Beast. I'm going to like chase down like all." And that's the reason why he's leaving the Sidemen because he can be bigger.
He's got like, look, everyone in a group, especially, or people have got their certain goals, and some people excel right to the top because of their ego, because of the way they think, and because of their mentality. He's stagnated with this Sidemen thing now. They've achieved loads of great things, but now he's thinking YouTube isn't a really long career, probably because people will tend to stop watching it because we're getting older, we're not watching people like KSI. He's now trying to fight for Mr. Beast because that's his ego. But do you think he can do it? Because he's always said he's going to do this and that, and he has done it.
I think you get to a point of no return, and I think people will just watch you because you're KSI. Now, like, he's at that point. But he could do something stupid, can he? And people will watch it. He could do something brilliant, and people will watch it because it's just who he is.
He has gone to that next stage, though, in terms of like he's on Britain's Got Talent. You know, he's one of
he's a celebrity now.
Yeah,
That's the difference.
He really is like expanding his audience massively. Like where he's going to like Australia, India, really just going everywhere and doing stuff with creators from that country as well to like bring new audiences in. I don't think he'll ever be as big as Mr. Beast because I think he just does too many different things where Mr. Beast, I think, appeals to a younger generation.
And he's found a real like
niche
theme, isn't it? Of his like money and the themes and the But then like KSI has got quite a few skeletons in the closet. The old fucking the rape face.
There's a few.
If you
really
dig back, there's something. What he used to do was outrageous. It was
Have you seen here the drama with his mum on Twitter or X or whatever it is? So obviously he's left Sidemen, and he's come out, and there was this Daily Mirror post slagging off the Sidemen or something like that, and his mum's come out going that he's the kindest soul, he's the nicest person, everything else. People are fucking going in on his mum, and it's like he should have left at Christmas time like you left him and things like that, because you know his family like excluded him at Christmas time
because they kind of took Deji's side.
They all like fell out, and people are just going in on his mum. I was like,
I suppose that's the risk you run when you bring your family into that public arena and you're that big. You're going to get shit like that.
You wouldn't want to fucking like. So for me, for example, if eventually when we become bigger and bigger, I'm not bothered about criticism on me because we've all had time to process this. This is what we're doing. We know what it is, so we've prepared for it. And also, we don't really care, do we?
To be fair, anything anyone says about us,
it's funny. I
think we've already said to each other anyway. So
I think we're a certain type of group of lads that we're just so disconnected from what people think.
But could you imagine your mum, like, let's say our mum, she's then getting people commenting on her videos, having a go at
she'd be upset.
I wouldn't want that
for
her. So it would be tough. Like, I wouldn't have anybody in my family known online.
Yeah,
I mean, because why would you want
like your kids? Obviously,
you just fucking out.
Well, that's why a lot of these influencers, YouTubers, are like, who knows if KSI's girlfriend? Do anyone know?
No,
Does he have a girlfriend? Does he not?
Who knows?
I respect that though.
Yeah, no, but that's the point, isn't it? I think
how has he done that to keep that a secret?
I don't know.
Keeps him completely private.
Yeah,
doesn't say anything. I don't think he films. There has been parts where like he'll go to a boxing match and she's there, and people do put two and two together. Which fair enough. You can't keep it private all the time.
But the problem is, it's like if you go out for a meal, you can't just, this is the problem with being famous. You can't just go out for a meal.
Yeah.
You've got to like get your chauffeur to drop you around the back of somewhere. So you almost don't get to experience fucking
Life.
the freedom that you have.
Yeah, but then he's famous enough and wealthy enough. He probably goes to places at night that people don't go to.
Yeah,
Yeah,
true.
there's
He
that.
he avoids a lot of that.
Yeah.
And he's got Steve with him, who's just
Yeah,
like
fucking
7
Steve.
foot dude.
Big Steve.
It's fucking enormous.
Can we, by the way, you're the budget holder, I'm assuming. Can we get a Steve?
Yeah, just get some massive massive
What
security.
for the people in London having a go?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just make me safer if Steve's just standing there.
Steve.
You know what I'm
just in case
Our
Chelsea
friend
comes in.
Steve.
Right.
saying?
So for concealing identity.
I've said it a few times. It's easily done, isn't it? And do forget.
Oh, bloody hell.
Have you seen this, obviously with the World Cup starting, big obviously viewership and stuff. Recently I've had loads of these videos resurfacing about the Americans' perception of how big like the Super Bowl is compared to the World Cup and stuff. And they are so insular and they just don't get it. It's like I saw this one bloke who's really surprised and almost a bit angry because he was like, there was a video, 100 million to 200 million viewers for the last Super Bowl, which is like amazing. He's like, yeah, we're the world's getting best. And then it comes up that the last year, the 4 years ago World Cup, 3.5 billion views over the whole tournament. And he's just sat there like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, angry.
I've
And
seen
then, like, when it comes to the actual final, because that's a fairer comparison, because the Super Bowl is one day, finals one day, 1.1 billion viewers on that one day.
Yeah, it's the
just
comparison
not
is
comparable, is it?
No.
Yeah, it's because the Super Bowl, for some reason, America have this inbuilt thing where they think they're the world. They think anything that they do, that's true with their movies. That is true.
Yeah,
like the movies, that they are kind of the world movies, aren't they? But then when it comes to like sports, they are so far off it.
100%.
Football is the biggest sport in the world by far, and it is incomparable to anything else. And what do you reckon is second? Is it going to be like
we spoke about this the other day. I had said it depends if you class Formula One as a sport.
Oh, I think that is got
Because I would class it as a sport because the drivers have got to be so physically fit to like, deal with the G's and other whatever it is. So I'd say Formula One's probably a second.
Yeah, the G's.
You know what? I bet you'll find that I know cricket's pretty big in this country, but like the Indians love it.
Indians, Australia.
England is a massive.
Do you agree? That is the shittest sport. Cricket.
Fucking boring
That
sport.
is the most. And if you do play cricket,
Fuck you.
you're like, you vote Labour. You vote.
Oh, great, here we go. Bombardment the head.
Oh, fucking hell. Yeah, so
You vote
backstory.
Labour and you wear pyjamas. Oh.
Backstory, we've had comments on our YouTube shorts about us
Some
being
fucking philistine.
us being morons about saying certain comments. But for some reason, I'm not going to lie to you, let's say we've got a pool of let's say we take a pool of 10 comments. I would say 8 of them are having a go at us.
That's what we want.
Having a go at us.
That's the beauty of social media. Like, you just know you can't get into this without knowing people are just going to comment. And the only people will look at this and go, the positive people will look at this and go, oh, yeah, that's pretty good. But they wouldn't comment that. They just go along. But the people that just have that much anger inside them, like, fuck these stupid pricks.
Do people not see that like they're never going to hurt us by doing these comments? So they comment and thinking, oh, this is going to really make us
yeah,
sick. We're in the background just going,
Yeah, but we needed to think that. I mean, I did actually, the one that he called Jack a moron. I did reply, and I said something like, "I'd rather have a dark cruise than a wife." I thought that's the reason, but I just changed it to a Labour vote because what do you say to? I want to egg it on a bit, but can't say the title too much. Yeah, it's not worth the time. I think the first one we got, the first ever like, just not hateful comment, but just like clearly disliked what we were doing was anybody could buy a podcast mic. It was just
of course you can.
Anyone can buy it. All right.
Yeah,
Fucking do it. Then use a 5143.
He's not wrong as well. But you're right.
Yeah.
But it's just like, I don't know.
Well, when I read that, it was one of the first comments we ever got. I read that and I thought, yeah. You're right.
That's the whole vibe of what this is. We are the most ordinary fucking
Guess what? I mean, call me old-fashioned, but we're not going to get it spot on first time. Do you know what I mean? When you buy a podcast mic, you don't all of a sudden have a multi-billionaire fucking degree.
Sorry, man, I've got 1 million followers in the first day.
Like, do you know what? That mentality is, oh, they're trying to do something new, and he probably wants to do that.
Put them down.
Yeah.
Alternatively, come on.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on the show. And you probably, well, He's probably a kid.
But should we have guest haters? Have a guest
I'd
hater
love to have a
episode?
guest.
What, like a phone line? They phone in.
Yeah, fucking phone
That'd
line.
be great.
Yeah. Like TalkSport have their fucking callers. They're absolutely nuts, giving it large, and they're really beefing them.
What was the bloke who phoned up after Arsenal lost the championship and he kept calling this bloke the wrong name and it was
Oh yeah. Oh god, the guy.
Mascara.
yeah. And the guy who's
Who's like,
what Mascara? Who's that? Yeah.
What are you on about, mate? Shame.
But yeah, that would be a good idea to be fair. Get people on just to have
It was like, it's not penalty, but it is a yellow card. Well, what does that
But the thing is, right, this is the problem though, is because obviously Arsenal fans have bad reps, and I'm an Arsenal fan myself. I get it, and they're all fucking real.
You stupid.
You stupid. So one thing I would say is that bloke cannot be real. Surely he's only doing it for a joke.
Well, you get. I listen to TalkSport all the time on my travels, and you get the callers like a Tottenham fan will call in pretending to be an Arsenal fan and give the shittest opinion to make them look bad.
Yeah.
And Tottenham fans are shithouses. Did you hear about when Arsenal got to the final of the Champions League? As soon as it was confirmed that they won the semi-final, Tottenham fans were buying hotels up all around that area to make sure that Arsenal fans couldn't get any bookings. And on the day before the final, they all refunded and gave.
Wow.
So they made sure they made sure they bought all of the within 24-hour cancellation hotels. And then they I mean, that is outrageous, but that's quite funny.
That's like beyond shithouse. That's just fucking nasty.
People are too passionate about football.
It's just football. I mean, not football, but
it's good. But
did you guys want to do a little game?
No.
moving on swiftly.
Is that the same thing that's going to happen every time?
Yeah, every time you ask a question, no, you're
Do you want to play a game every time?
Nah.
So far, I said no. We'll do it with you two. Start off with you.
Right.
Cool. No, I want to play.
Wait.
You're not going to put me on the spot again, are you? I've got to name 15 things.
No. Shit.
Mate, I did the same. I completely blanked
and I
out.
got abuse for that as well.
Mine was a lot worse than yours. I had to name 7 things beginning with N, and I couldn't even do it. I did 6.
There's one that came to mind.
Yeah. What? November.
Right, you have to kiss. No, you have to kiss.
That's fine.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Have you ever done the Humana?
No.
Is it some sort of sex position?
No. It's where you meet in the middle word game. So I'll say 3, 2, 1. You both say a random word, and then I'll go 3, 2, 1 again. You got to get to the same word, but you can only say one word at a time.
Okay, yeah, let's do that. That sounds fun.
We'll count how many steps it takes them, and then we'll.
Yeah.
The good thing is, this isn't about IQ. This is just going to be some
on the same wave.
This is going to take us a while.
Okay. So 3. You just say a random word.
Random word.
3, 2, 1, go.
Grass. We're not too far away.
Yeah.
All right.
Not too far away.
3, 2, 1, go.
Brown.
Fucking hell.
You can't even fucking say it.
Go on, start us again.
All right, start again. You've got the premise now.
I got it. Okay.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Red.
That's easy. 3, 2, 1.
Liverpool.
What did you say?
England.
England.
Red
in football.
Yeah. Red in the flag.
Oh, you could have gone so many other teams.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You ready? 3, 2, 1.
Manchester.
Oh, mate.
Fucking big as that.
Should we do?
Should we try?
I'll count you in then. I'll do the counting.
Disqualified.
Ready? Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Green. We say green.
Yeah.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
Forest.
Oh, getting closer. 3, 2, 1.
Blades.
What did you say?
Blades, like blades of grass.
Every blade of grass.
What did you say?
Woods.
Woods and blades.
3, 2, 1.
Suicide.
What the? Suicide.
We got the suicide.
You've gone from grass to
Woods
suicide.
and blades. I thought,
Wood and suicide.
I don't fucking know.
I know. He's
3, 2, 1.
Logan Paul.
This game was really difficult.
That game's done. Fucking hell.
That was a poly.
Christ.
Oh. So I've got a question.
Yes.
When do we think we would look to do our little Top Gear episode? Because that is something I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, the Top Gear episode. We do need to.
We need some money for.
Yeah, well, we've got a busy a busy schedule at the moment. So obviously we've got young man's stag do as well.
Yeah.
And then his wedding after. So we're going to be, and obviously because of the stag do and wedding, of course, we're not going to film because it's private.
It's a private.
It's a private event. But we will plan to do, we'll plan to do a Top Gear special. But we just got to save up and find a car that's not going to die on us in 2 minutes. It's the issue we've got.
I think there's actually a fair amount of logistics to work out with that, isn't there? Unless part of the fun is just we all buy shit bangers, and if they all break down and we get lost in Scotland, then we just have to figure it out.
I think that's kind of the point. Like you want to break down because you want that little bit of like
you want to break down.
Yeah, I want to break down multiple times.
I found Jesus.
Yeah.
I'll bring my crystals with me. They can't work. It's like,
Oh
God!
But yeah, no, I think that'd be so funny if you buy 3 bangers and split us out.
Yeah,
then that'd be cool.
That would be great to have like, 2, 2 and 2. Is there 6 of us? There's only 5 of us.
Well, I think Baz would probably come along.
Yeah.
Well,
whoever's with Batters, you're going to be driving the whole time.
Yeah.
Unless he passes his blower.
Well done, Ben. You passed your test. Now we're going to cross over.
You're going to drive the shittest car you'll ever drive all the way to Scotland.
Poor bloke.
Poor bloke. Yeah, that would be an 8-hour drive.
Having 2, 2 and 2, and then you've just got your GoPro set up. It'd be the classic, you've seen that clip on Top Gear where James Mike keeps hitting his head on the GoPro, and then Hammond does it, and then
it doesn't Clarkson do it. He's lying down in bed, and the cameraman had put the GoPro like right where he's lying down, and as he wakes up, gashes his fucking head.
I fucking, you can't beat Top Gear, can you?
No, it's so funny. It's so funny.
It's good.
I mean, the stuff they did when I think it was like they built like mobile homes, but from cars. Do you remember Jeremy Clarkson's one was like a massive tower?
Oh yeah,
it was like next to a lorry, but it was like swaying so much. I think like it just is so dangerous, but it is so fun.
How did they get legalisation for that car on that road?
I bet they probably, I know it's BBC, but they would have had to just sort of try their luck with some things, and if they stop them and they'll be like, oh yeah, sorry, we didn't realise. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there'd be some sort of.
You can't legislate for all of that shenanigans that they would do.
So many lawyers. So many lawyers.
Because you can't go to the government or the DVLA and say, this is the car that I want road legal. They'd look at it and go, oh, you don't know. There's no way of letting that go on the road.
It's a fucking house.
Well, that's the thing. And the other thing was how can you drive a car that's 50 miles an hour and it's just literally about to topple over right next to some lorry? As soon as a lorry drove past him, he was like, no. Oh, man.
That's probably one of the issues we might come up against, because if we end up like doing that stupid customization shit or like messing with each other's cars, if a police officer comes up behind you and looks at some old banger that's like got some fucking knob on the bonnet or something, you're thinking, I've got to pull that thing over.
Yeah.
But you know what I did learn about the old, on one of the Top Gear episodes where he brakes and the horn goes off.
Yeah.
That's actually really easy to do. You can get something you put in the exhaust.
There you go.
So apparently, it's like when every time you accelerate, Tom and Brown's team, every time they put their foot down.
8 hours of that driving to Scotland.
There was one where his radio was like on full blast, and they like glued it so that the buttons were just spamming on it.
And it was James, and it was proper like
at 5 in the morning.
Oh, on that same episode, the funniest thing, it's the most I've held at Top Gear, is when they're trying to be teenagers in their teenage cars, creep home at 3 a.m. back to mum and dad's house. And they're all being quiet. And then you just see Clarkson with his remote for his speaker.
The thing is, you can tell, obviously they've planned that bit. That's funny, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
I think to have stuff planned, but still make it like naturally funny is a fucking skill.
He's like, and now it's Clarkson's turn. Let's see what he does. And you can hear him in the background. Oh, for God's sake.
I think that's the thing. They're free random blokes, obviously originally, but I've got some sort of talent to just be funny, but also like really good with the camera and know when to do things. I think I watched, he put up a story, Jeremy Clarkson recently. I think it was something like, I don't know if you guys have seen it. He was standing in front of a Fiat And he was like, I've got 2 cars to review for you today. And then he moves to the side. He goes, but one of them was driven and much more than the other. And it was literally just like some McLaren behind him. And I thought, even that, it's not like immensely funny that he just knows how to he's how to play.
I think a lot of that is, who's that bloke behind him who's stuck with him the whole time? That like producer.
Oh, the one who, the envelope bloke.
Yeah.
He's
he run the show for that trio, and he carried on with them in the Grand Tour, and he's also working with Clarkson on Clarkson's Farm. He's like a media genius.
Yeah,
but this is the thing though. It all is experience. So, like for example, starting a podcast. I mean, at the start, I was even like, I didn't know how to intro the podcast. I didn't know how to do what. And we're only 9 episodes in. But you only get good in that aspect if you just don't pay attention to the people in the comment section. You just get experience. It's the only way you get there.
See, Jack's going to go and have a really warm shower now. I'm thinking about calling more.
Sitting on the floor. I thought it was going to be famous.
Maybe I should vote low.
I don't know where I stand anymore.
Oh, boy.
That poor bloke.
Bloody hell. So, thoughts, England winning the World Cup?
Oh, do you know what? I don't think that... I'll tell you why I don't think so. And
let me hit you with another point. Do you think we've got a better team than we did in the Euros 2024? It was 2024. Yeah, it was 2024. I think we do.
I would agree. I think we definitely do, because they're the same sort of players. I think a lot of them have matured. And if you think about players that have potentially retired or got too old to play, I think the maturity of the younger ones coming out, it's got to be a better team.
Yeah, I do agree with you. I think it's our best shout to win it. And also, I think we play pretty boring. And if Arsenal didn't win the Premier League this season, I would say we're probably not going to win. But the fact that Arsenal won the Premier League by playing boring, which suggests
I think
to
that
me
is
that
the
we've
way
got a better
football's
chance.
going, isn't it? You know, you look at throw-ins, you look at set pieces, and that's why Arsenal were ridiculed, but it worked really well. And it's like that they took advantage maybe where teams were weak. But yeah, I think with England, I think what was pretty interesting is that Tuchel has basically been brave, and he's left out some really big names like Foden and people like that.
I'm glad he has. I
He's
think
gone based on form like Palmer, and they have been poor this season, or poorer than they have been.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you get Foden and Palmer from a couple of years ago, it's undoubtedly they're in there.
But I find like Foden is so inconsistent for England. He's so hit.
I think he's overhyped as fuck.
I think he's genuinely. If he was a player at like I don't know, Aston Villa or something, he would be like, you know, a Harvey Elliott. He's not that good. Like, he has glimpses of looking really good, but then every player has glimpses of looking good.
Player,
Do you know what I mean? When Danny Rose signed for Tottenham, he scored a volley in the game. That doesn't mean he's incredible. But Foden's a good player, but I'm glad that we don't have the likes of them who are hit and miss. I'm glad that we have people like Bellingham, Morgan Rogers. Eze is one of those players that he is... You look at him and he's like, what is he doing? And then he'll score a screamer. Or then he'll do some good skill. We've got a mixture of stuff. And you've got someone like Kane, the most consistently fucking good player.
Hands down, best striker in the world. Right?
He's had the best season.
Yeah. Well, 61 goals, 60-something goals in 50 games this season.
He's like potentially, he could be a Ballon d'Or winner. Yeah. Like, he's had an amazing...
Rashford, Jude Bellingham, they've had amazing seasons as well.
Although fucking Rashford's been released by... He's come back to Man U.
Oh, was that they come to the
Barcelona?
Wow, yeah.
Because obviously they signed Gordon. That's weird, isn't it? So you've got Rashford and Gordon. I know that the age difference is a bit different, but obviously Rashford is, 50 mil cheaper, yet they decided to go for Gordon. But I didn't think Rashford did that bad.
No, well, he got 15 goals and 15 assists.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
But they're going for Gordon for way more money. Yeah. Weird.
And to be honest, personally, I think Gordon's been pretty average at Newcastle.
He's one of those players that it's like, you'd have him because we're white, you know, but I don't think... I was totally surprised when you see Barcelona and Gordon. Like, you would never put that together.
Do you see, though, in his interview, he speaks fluent Spanish?
Yeah. So I learned this because I know that I manifested that I was going to play for Barcelona, which is...
what a load of bollocks. You fucking were really sucking off the fucking Barcelona.
He was like, I knew I was going to play for these one day, so I learned Spanish at home, and I was like, whoa. I mean, if that's true, that is unreal.
That's good shit.
That is unreal. That is manifestation.
But then again, let's talk about the vibe of the World Cup, and especially in terms of like the pubs and things. It's all fucking topsy-turvy this year, because usually you've got an itinerary of it's mainly games are on the weekend, sometimes they're during the week, but it's a decent time where you can watch it, you can go down the pub, you can have a drink. But now there is barely any games you can fucking watch.
But it's also fucking
It's
late.
8 p.m. earliest, isn't it? Or something ridiculous.
Yeah.
And that's okay if you get an 8 p.m. game on a Friday night or Saturday night, fine. That's game on. But like the finals and things, when you're looking at like Sunday night, aka Monday morning, it ruins it for us, doesn't it?
I think the finals are like, it's at 10 or 11 o'clock on Sunday.
What, evening?
Yeah, on a Sunday evening.
But that's rough though, because you've got to be up to me at like 5.
Yeah, that
Fucking
is
hell.
I mean, if there's no stopping you, if England are in the World Cup final and they're playing at 3 a.m, you're watching.
You're also not the only one.
Yeah.
You are not the only bloke.
Yeah.
Every bloke that you'll be working with, and I say bloke,
Yeah,
but
as well.
every
Yeah,
guy.
you
Sorry, that was
Sexist,
really
bro.
bad.
You
And I'm a
sexist.
moron. I wear pajamas. But you, yeah, every guy. I'm just going to say it because you probably work with loads of blokes. Every guy that is going to be doing the same. They're going to turn out with massive hangouts.
Do you think they'll give a bank holiday if we win? Can that be done?
Yeah.
Can it? Can they pass something that quickly?
It's the king. So the king.
What, the king just goes boom, bank holiday?
Well, the king's given a bank holiday for Scotland this year, a new one.
Why? What did they do?
It's the August one you were talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember what it was for. It was for something that they did, but that it was so relevant to us. We
Not
wouldn't know.
rebelling. That's probably what it was.
Yeah, probably like that. It's very nice, sweet. You can bang on it. But
I mean, Prince William's into football, so maybe if he was a bit influential in that decision, maybe we would get a bank holiday.
But can they do it? That's what I'm saying. Is if the game's on at 10 o'clock, and it's 90 minutes, you've got an extra break in between, it's almost 2 hours, it's going to be 1 a.m. Are they actually passing something at 1 a.m. to tell people it's a bank holiday? Don't really work.
oh no, not the next day.
No.
I don't think
that's
It
possible.
would either be the week after or it'd be for next year.
Because otherwise companies would, you can't play
that's
around
what I'm
that.
saying. Yeah, fine.
What you might find, I reckon, companies will probably obviously, how long is the time between the semi-finals and the final? I don't actually know the answer. Is it a week?
The World Cup's in like a month and a half.
yeah,
isn't it?
it's
quite
all
the
final
final
is-
is July the 17th, I think. It's
Yeah.
Is that final?
And the
Yeah,
semi-final. So if England win the semi-final, companies are going to immediately start going, right, okay, so
What are we doing here?
we've got men and women watching the final on the Sunday or whatever it falls. And they're going to know people are going to be calling in sick or hungover or whatever. So I wonder if companies are going to be open slightly later, like the individual companies.
There's for some firms, so I work on construction sites, and there are some places that you could tell the blokes watch football, like the high management or the foremans. They watch football because in previous years and Euros and things, when we got to finals and that, they're more lenient on going into work. They'll say, don't bother or come in later, because they know the vibe, because they're doing it as well.
Yeah.
But then you get the boring people who don't watch football, don't do anything, and they're all about work.
They're like anti it as well.
They're anti it. They hate it. I hate people like that. Live a bit, live a little, cheer up. What are you doing? We're watching football for the one
we want
time.
you in work at 8 a.m. after the final.
The football doesn't matter for my work. I tell you what, mate, get a life. We'll cheer up. We'll
Go watch some cricket.
Yeah, they have the cricket ones. They put their fucking they get the white gear on the fucking
Knit
top
pads.
thing.
Knit pads.
Thing to work.
Yeah, they sit in their chair drinking their Earl Grey.
Fucking boring fuck with 2 hands on the cup.
Yeah.
Oh, I saw someone talk about this, the downfall of women's football. So, the narrative at the moment is women's football is this new up and coming thing. It's gaining momentum.
We need to promote it. We need to.
Yeah. Did you know the viewership this season from last season is down 44%?
Oh.
And if it wasn't for the Arsenal women's, if you took one team out of it, the viewership would be like under 1% of the men's game.
Right.
So why do you think that is then? What's your opinion?
The quality is not. I'm sorry. I refuse that it's sexist to say that the quality of the football is less. It's much less. It's so
different
obvious. It's a different game.
It's not football. It's not men's. When you think of football, we think of men's football because we've grown up with it. That game is women's football. It should be football and then women's football, because it's not the same game.
No, well, it's like, as a sport, you want to watch the pinnacle of mankind competing, and obviously the men in football are better to do that. It's the same reason why the gap between viewership of men's and women's is a lot shorter in women's tennis, because with men's tennis, it's so powerful, all these serves, you get like straight aces, and there's a lot of that. With the women's game, there's all these great rallies going on because they're not hitting the ball as hard and shit like that. So like you get more of a watch. So
do you know what I like about, I think it was Serena Williams that once came out and said, it's a different sport. Like, you can't, because I think there was some, I mean, she was asked, would you be able to take on Andy Murray or something like that? And she went, not a chance. She was like, if I can win a game, I'd be happy. It's a totally different sport. And we were like, everyone was like, thank you. Because women's tennis is actually really entertaining, but they've adapted the game, like short, like you say, like 2 sets usually rather than 3, best of 3 rather than best of 5. And that's because it's, the physicality is different. To be fair, I find it just as entertaining as the men's, but women's football is just, I don't know. I don't know if there's a way to make the game different for them.
Because they're more technical, so we know they're not as physical. But it's not to say that it's not good. And also, let's be real. It's also their viewership comes from, there can be something said to the longevity of their game. It hasn't been going that long on television, so it's minuscule compared to the men's football. But it is, like you say, it's a different sport, so they can treat it as a different sport. If they need to adjust the rules to make sure that the women's game becomes more entertaining, do that. There's nothing wrong with that.
They just need to have their own thing, their own entity of people working and managing this new sport, rather than trying to fucking have a chip on their shoulder and comparing it to the men's sport all the time, because it's so different.
Always going to be different. It's biology at the end of the day, like the speed, the power that you get. And I think it looks slow. That's probably why it's probably not. If we were on the pitch, we'd probably not go. But it looks slow. You're used to seeing like Arsenal PSG, and then you see the equivalent game in the women's sport. It just looks slow.
I think one of the biggest tells is like when they the shot power, and you see the goalkeeper like going for the ball, and you're like, why? How did she not save that? You know what I mean? Like some of them
just catch it.
Do you know what's weird? It's so easy for us to sit here and say, how did she not catch it? But I bet you if we were in goal, we wouldn't catch it either.
No,
it's just, we're so used to seeing the English, like Premier League goalkeepers, they make it look so easy.
But
they're unbelievable.
They literally, a shot that is powerful going in the top bins, they're darting over there and they just catch it. That's impossible for us to do. But we're used to seeing that. So when we go and watch women's football, which is, well, I don't fucking watch women's football. If you do watch it.
I have watched I went to watch Chelsea versus, I want to say Man City or Man U at Stamford Bridge women's football. And it was really good. Actually was quite entertaining, and the crowd were getting in, but there was a lot more women and children there. The crowd cheering is so high pitched.
It's not the same sort of.
You don't get that deep, like you don't get any aggression, which I actually quite liked. It sounds really weird, but it was very friendly.
You felt safe.
Yeah, I felt safe. I just feel like being an Ipswich fan, seeing a Chelsea match, I was just going to be abused, but it was like, it's totally different. Like to watch the crowds are different. I think they only sold half the stadium, to be fair. I don't know if they allocated the full stadium. But
exactly. It depends what sort of day out you want. Because if there's a real big grudge match between Man United and Man City, like women's football, but I've got the boys with me, my young children, it's like, oh, maybe I'll go and that's a better environment.
That's kind of what it was. It was like a family day out rather than...
I'll fucking kill you because you've got the wrong fucking colour t-shirt on.
Yeah.
But that's the thing you get, because men's football is a cult, isn't it?
It's tribal.
But if we move away from football, if you had to design a room completely from scratch and your budget is unlimited, let's say it's the size of this room, what would you go for? And I'm not talking like you can make it a bedroom or a living room if you wanted to, but I'm talking if you had a spare room in your house, would you make it a golf simulation room? Would you make it a whiskey room? Would you?
I thought this is going to be one of those, those AI videos. It's like, sponge bed, marble bed,
water bed. Mate, it's so satisfying. When you see them pull like the water blanket off, and you're like, that looks quite nice. It's boiling. I need a bit.
Mate, that is the AI fucking videos are so.
But yeah, they really are
damaging.
Yeah, it's so rotting. It's so rotting.
I think I never catch myself now. Like I'll never catch myself sitting there doom scrolling AI videos. If I go on one, I go,
It's like if you try and you've doom scrolled for half an hour and try and remember one video you've watched.
Yeah,
no,
you
just
can't.
I actually don't doom scroll anymore.
No,
I can't do it. It affects me too much. I've actually brought a book. Would you believe?
Can you read?
I can read. Well, I'm learning.
I thought you were illiterate.
The first one to read wins 10 grand. That's a movie.
Was it How to Find Jesus?
Yes.
By Jack Bauer.
The new book. Oh, fucking hell.
But yeah, a room. So are you talking like
A room.
The room.
the room? Like, I actually have kind of this problem because I want to try and get in like a room together.
Cool.
What? Maybe bleep out my kid's name. Yeah.
I
I want to basically get my kids in the same room together, and then I've got like
That
a
sounds
spare
like
room.
a father who's got split family.
Got a bit of a-
I want my kids to be in the same room together.
And the divorce papers are coming in next.
So what do I do with my little spare room? Do I make it like a fucking
You old man.
yeah?
What do I do, my
Spare
little-
room.
So you can do a rocking chair and some newspapers and a cigar. Just that's going
Do
to
you
be
know
your
what? I'd love like whiskey vibes. I don't
Yeah.
like whiskey, but like a nice
A whiskey
smoky
room.
room.
Big leather chairs.
Yeah.
I want sort of like a nice bit of ventilation, but also for the winter, a nice fire.
Yeah,
I want to sit in there on the chair, reading my book, having a bit of whiskey, a cigar.
it's got to be a new
Someone walks in,
Take yourself out.
and they go, "Can you?" And then they slowly back out, and you just don't fucking interrupt.
It's like you got your newspaper. You can, Daddy. Pull down the glasses. What?
It's a monocle. It's like a little
Yeah,
tiny
monocle.
How about you, Joe? What are you thinking? Kitchen? I think it'd be kitchen, wouldn't it? I'd be kitchen. I'd
Yeah.
love a proper sick kitchen. I don't know what I'd have in it. Probably like a sink or something.
An island.
That's it. Yeah, well, fuck hell.
Don't know where you were going.
Don't you think in like kitchens, an island would be nice?
Yeah.
Wow.
Epstein
What
Island.
about a
You know, an island.
You know what an island is? Yeah, like a central island.
Yeah.
I was just thinking it's like
about a fish tank island?
some glass.
A fish tank.
A fish tank central island.
What is it? The fish tank's in the bottom of it.
No. So you have a central island.
Yeah.
It's a fish tank.
No, you're not understanding.
It's just a glass fish tank. And
This
it's
is
just
the
a
most
central island.
pointless conversation we've ever had.
This is the most boring of the.
The IQ just.
You see the latest episode of Mum's Weekly.
It all started with Harrison's a room. I need a room.
We'll pause for a minute and then we'll rethink of something to finish it off.
Yeah.
If you give birth, is there a I can't speak. Is there a way we could all just take it off work? Because that sounds much more fun. Bank holiday.
I think the last thing Chelsea's going to want is the last
Yeah.
fucking book.
I don't know.
She comes round from the Entonox, is like all of us standing there.
We'll go back to the big
Right,
match.
you
But
We're sat there in our chairs.
Just have a baby in the middle. Welcome back to the big bunch.
Coming out live from the Colchester Hospital.
Live from the birthing suite.
Oh, look, it's Harrison. Harrison's working today. How are you doing, Harrison?
the only podcast bringing you live from the Mint.
Yeah. Oh, Chelsea, we're trying to record, man.
I'm screaming. Would you rather be able to read minds or see 10 minutes into the future?
No.
Oh, definitely 10 minutes into the future, because I think you'd go insane if you could read everyone's mind. You'd be anxious as fuck.
I think it depends how you can read minds, if that makes sense. Like, is it a case of where you can just select and then you have to wait 5 seconds before you read it? Or is it like you can hear everything that people are thinking around you?
Oh, that
That would drive me nuts.
Wouldn't life be boring if you could read minds? Life would be boring because isn't the whole point of life is you're essentially reading people's minds all the time. Like you're trying to read people's minds. If you know, then life you kind of know what's happening all the time.
It's the same concept as the 10-minute thing.
I suppose
If
so,
you know
yeah.
what's going to happen, you're not going to find anything funny anymore.
No.
Or like, I'll be laughing because I know in 10 minutes' time Joe's going to shit himself.
Yeah, But it's also like if you know something bad's going to happen in 10 minutes, you're going to do your best to avoid that. You
Yeah.
constantly live
But
in
they
that fear.
can't because it's already going to happen.
It depends. If you're able to switch on the power and switch it off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to throw I'm going to play devil's advocate. Bloody hell! Is that you can switch on the power of reading minds. So you think right now I don't want to know what you guys are thinking because it's more fun that way. But if you are in a job interview and you want to know what they want you to say, so you can just switch it on and go, right, I'm going to say exactly what they're wanting to hear.
Yeah.
And it, suddenly you can just rise to power because
But
you
then
just
again, isn't 10 minutes also reading minds?
it's very similar because you in that same scenario you could almost see 10 minutes into the interview and change how change
You
how
know
you
what
approach it.
questions they're going to ask.
Yeah.
you.
Also 10 minutes before the horse race.
Or
Yeah.
you see 10 minutes before the draw of a lottery ticket.
I try my best.
Well,
If
I don't know.
any one of them, I would try my best not to ever use it because I think that's the whole enjoyment of life. Is it you don't know?
I'd be manipulative as fuck. I'd try and use it.
Yeah, but that affects you. I think your
no, but in terms of like the 10-minute thing, like the betting on horses or something, I would fucking use that.
You'd use it. You'd use it to gain money, and then I'd be like, I no longer need it.
Yeah,
I no longer want to use it.
And that's the difference. But if you couldn't switch it on and you were just listening to minds and you were just looking to the future constantly, you'd be miserable. You'd be like mental, wouldn't you?
Yeah, you'd be walking down the street. What did you say?
I hate you.
Your girlfriend's coming. Is she in a good mood or bad mood? Let me check. Ah, fuck something. Right, I'll quickly clean up the fucking dishes.
I don't think you want to hear or want to see or how it's viewed. You don't want to actually know what people think about you half the time, because I think it's probably negative. Like, we all think negative things about people.
But you think positive and negative. Life is not fair or unfair. Life is just life. There is no good or bad. It's just your view on things. So people will always have bad views and good views. It's the yin and yang of life. So it doesn't matter if you read someone's mind; they've got both going on. So it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I'm
gonna find Jesus. Homer. And I'll get the second one. But sorry, I'm being very slow.
What are we voting for then?
Yes. So
are we doing mind reads?
What do you think?
Definitely 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
10 minutes. Yeah.
I actually think read minds.
Okay.
So it doesn't matter what I think, because I can't read mine.
Moron.
You moron.
You moron.
I literally didn't know.
You just can't read full stop now.
I can't read.
Yeah, you can read minds, but you can't read. Oh, fuck.
Give me 2 minutes, because the ones actually we've got. Hang on a second. Bleep this whole thing out.
Would you rather have denim skin?
I've got a good one.
Or leave in a bag of milk?
You can just make one up on the spot. So, would you rather know how you'll die or exactly when you'll die? He's going right now.
I think when. I'd like to know when I'm going to die. When my ticket's punched.
I think how, because if it's when, let's say it's a car crash, you would not want to get in a car like ever. Whereas if it's when, you know that, let's say I die at 85, I can live life, experiencing new experiences, not caring about what's going to happen, and live life to the fullest.
But then equally, what if your time was like 35? Then you're thinking, fuck.
It's the same principle.
Do you just go and do what you got to do?
Yeah,
really.
Just knowing when you're going to die, you're just going to live your life to the fullest.
Yeah.
I'd do anything.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm not going to die until that.
Yeah, I suppose you're right. If how are you going to die? You're just dreading the day that you're getting in a car. Or if it's like illness, you're like, great, well, I'm going to wait for that to happen.
Yeah, so if it's like, I don't know, you die of bum cancer, you're going to be like...
So every time you get a scratchy bum,
you're like,
here we go, this is it.
I think your nervous system will be shot to bits if you pick how you die.
I think that's actually the biggest point about that time. I'm with you on that.
The bum cancer.
I think the bum,
Yeah, because you could go, say if it is like a cancer or some sort of disease, then you would go your whole life maybe trying to combat it and trying to think, right, fucking, how do I research this? How do I fucking check my health?
Drive yourself crazy.
Yeah, you could, yeah, absolutely.
I was crazy once. Crazy.
I mean, it's one of those situations where you know for a fact, it's like in that question, it's not a case of you can combat it if you try. You are going to pass away from that thing.
Yeah.
So you know that you can't combat it, so you don't. It's the same principle. Then I'm still just going to live life to the fullest. If it's a car crash, I'm still going to get in cars. I just want to know when. But I think, you have to know when. I just don't think there's. You know how it's going to be miserable.
Well, on the note of dying, thank you very much for listening to this podcast. It's obviously episode 9. The setup and everything is getting closer and closer to exactly what we want. But carry on watching. It's been a pleasure. And also, if you do want to have a go at us for any of these things,
please
we'll read some out because they're funny. So continue abusing us, and we'll see you on the next one.
Yeah.